All right, so I want to add this electronic waste gold that I had recovered. It is, let's see, that's 5028 minus 5277 minus 5028. So we're talking about, it's like 2.19 grams. I'll double check my math. But it's a little more than 2 grams. I'm going to add to that solution to dissolve the nitric and to further refine that gold. So welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to reduce down this gold solution and then we'll end up precipitating out that gold later, or dropping the gold out later, but I want to reduce that volume. So that's where we have that. Let's see if I can pronounce it, chlorouriatic acid. That's the gold in solution, and I'll have to check the spelling on that, but I'm working on my speech here. Oh, I thought I'd come check on that. It's coming along quite nicely. Almost dropped the phone. So we are going to watch that hole right there. That was a bad idea to use a filtering flask, but I thought I would just reduce the solution and go from there. It's dissolving some of that gold that we put in there. Solution's turning a little darker yellow. But like I said, I just want to kind of reduce that down so that our waste stream isn't so voluminous. And that's really it. So we're going to go back to those foils. The reason I did this was to burn off some of the nitric and to further purify this gold. That's been dropped. I believe that's been dropped twice. And like I said, that's come from e-waste, from pens and fingers, and I can't remember the rest, but most of that's been from e-waste. So we're going to clean that up. And this that I dropped from my gold has been, just pour off from about 2 years worth of work. So what we're going to do is we'll drop that together, or maybe I'll drop at the same time when I drop the pens and see what kind of nugget we get. Anyway, I really like that color. Back out so you guys can see it. It's looks like, I'm not going to say what it looks like when you don't drink a lot of water, that's for sure. So I would say we have reduced that down some. It was close to 500. Now I'd say that's about 200, maybe 180. So we'll filter that tomorrow. It's got a little bit of a green tint to it that went from yellow to a little darker. I poured it into this beaker right here to look at it. It's no longer that yellow. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It looks to me like a slight green tint. So we will obviously filter it tomorrow. We're going to let it cool tonight. And if there are any chlorides, I'll pour it off and we'll filter it and clean that up and drop tomorrow. But the volume's been reduced, so my waste will be reduced also. We'll probably drop with S&B because I don't have iron sulfate fixed yet, or ferrous. So we're getting close. All right, welcome back. We are going to go after this gold. I have to filter it. We're going to do that outside. It is a beautiful day outside, man, let me tell you. So we're going to go outside after filtering and drop this. So I have to cotton filter this. It kept passing through the round filter. I don't know what you want to call that. It's just a general use filter that goes in my Buckner filter. And it sucks. It has passed everything through it. I've done it twice. It was still cloudy. You can see one pass through the cotton filter, and bam, you're there. Man, I'm a fan of the cotton filter. I'm not gonna lie, that thing works great. Look how clear that is. So soon we'll be adding some sulfamic acid to use up any nitrate left. And then we're gonna drop with SMB. I do have some ferrous sulfate, but it's old and I don't feel like rehydrating it. And I think it's just gonna be a little easier with SMB, and it can give me time to catch up on that ferrous sulfate. So there we go. That stuff looks great, doesn't it? So we're almost finished filtering that. I want to show you that silver chloride caked up right there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I just love the cotton filters. I just can't tell you how well they work. It's almost crystal clear to me, and we got a little bit there. I feel like I'll put some water in. We'll try and rinse that down, but we're getting close. So we're adding sulfamic acid to neutralize any nitric. Looks like we're good. No reaction. Stop it. Restart. So here we are. It's been diluted. We're starting to drop. The SMB was added. There's no more reaction. I think my sulfamic acid's bad. I'll have to get some more. It's like I had a little bit more nitric in there. That SMB was reacting. Anyway, I've got it on heat. We're going to get that colloidal gold to group together, and then I will let it sit overnight, and we'll try and process it tomorrow. So we have some serious colloidal gold there. We'll let that sit overnight and maybe possibly 2 days, and see what we have afterwards. All right, so we can see where we have settled down some. I'm gonna decant that, and we'll probably cotton filter recover that a little bit right there, but we're going to start rinsing this gold out and get a better picture of what we have in a little while. This is the second boil. You can see it's starting to clear up, and it's clumping together. So it's looking pretty good. I still got another water boil, and you can see where we pour off, we you know, no matter how careful we are, we still get a little carryover, and I'll filter that out. So this is the hydrochloric acid boil. We are finished with our water rinses. We'll boil this. I'll probably boil it for about 30 minutes, and then let it cool, settle, and we'll start rinsing. All right, so this is everything that I have collected. All right, I have rinsed hydrochloric acid boil, rinsed and put in here. It's about 69 millimeters, which I think is close to grams. We'll check before that. Here's everything that I've captured from filtering that will go into the gold stock pot today. But I've got to shut this thing down. I've got some limbs to cut up and some yard work to do. So we're going to call this close enough. I'm going to weigh the beaker. I know how much it weighs. Before, that's the 50.28. So we'll add 69 grams to it, and then see how much gold we have in it. And just to get a rough estimate, all right? Sometimes you just got to laugh, man, I tell you. I thought that calculation was close. I thought I was going to have 119 grams of weight, but that doesn't look right to me, you know, because the water should have been 68 grams. That beaker is 0.28 grams. So that calculation's not right, man. We're just going to have to filter and then weigh it and get an idea. I'll just let that settle out and then pour it in there. We'll put that plug in there with that one, and I'll refine it farther when we do those foils and pins. All right, so man, all that work, you know. Anyway, we're getting there. All right, we're going to shoot this in landscape mode. I keep shooting it regular, I guess, portrait mode, and it's been screwing me up. So my apologies. This is the gold that we are going to dry out. I have to remove that plug. We're starting to go through. See right here at the bottom where it's totally saturated. So I'll put that plug in here with another plug I had. It's right here, and we'll refine all this together. I want to go through my foils, and I have some pins that I'm going to put in AP in the next couple of days. And when we get all that batch together, I guess, I don't know, in the spring, maybe we'll drop some more gold, but I want to just kind of get a weight on this and see where we are. It's not looking like a lot. Man, I tell you, go through all this work, and it always seems like a little bit to me. I don't know. I hope it's more than 3 grams, but I doubt it. All right, so we've got a final weight on that. It's 2.86. So, man, I didn't weigh the tally of that before, but I felt like I had like 1.34, you know, less than 2. Anyway, at 2.86, that's less than 3 grams. I chased after this for a good 1.5 days and did not get any yard work done. And you see that little spot right there? That's where I accidentally dumped that cat turd of a cotton plug into the beaker. Man, I was out there doing yard work trying to catch up and just rushed through this. You know, I guess you take your time and don't work when you're tired, but I've still got some gold there that I've filtered out. And we'll put this in Aqua Region, drop that, and add that to the tally. So, you know, it's just a rough estimate. Today's tally is 2.86 so far.